My name is Phoebe Aringo. I work with Bead for Life, which is a poverty eradication project operating in Uganda. Bead for Life is a program that was started by one woman named Tokin Wakefield. And one day they went on a home visit in Acholi Quarters, which is a suburb that many women from northern Uganda who escaped the war and the conflict from up north came and settled in Chireka. So Tokin runs into these women who were making paper beads, and the beads, the jewelry actually looked very beautiful, and the women said, "We love these beads, we make them, but we don't have a market." And Tokin thought, well, this would be a great idea to support women, because she's a woman activist. So she went back home and contacted her friends with a few beads she bought from these women and gave them out as presents, and contacted her friend Jordan, and they started up a partnership and said, well, we can support these women. Then they started buying little by little beads from these women and taking them back home in the US, and slowly the program has grown up to support so many women. At any one point, the program has over 300 women. So it was just from a small home visit that they did with her husband, and now the project is really supporting so many women. Bead for Life has an office in Bugolobi, a suburb in Kampala. We're on Mpanga Close off Luthuli Avenue. This office is where Bead for Life manages all its programs here in Kampala. But also Bead for Life has an office in Colorado, and the office in Colorado and staff manage all Bead for Life business activities in Colorado. So what happens here in Bugolobi is that we are like the program office. We do the membership, we manage school fees program. We also have a VET program, which is vocational education training, and we have the health and housing programs, and also lastly we have the entrepreneurial program. This is how it works. We go out to the communities, especially in the slum areas where we know that the impoverished women are staying. These women are all screened to make sure they qualify for the program, but mostly we want to get a person who we know this person is going to make good use of this program and can benefit from the program properly. The entrepreneurial program is a whole big package that Bead for Life has put into these women. The women who we work with in the entrepreneurial staff, they are there to encourage these women to save, to start up a business, and to be able to sustain and keep themselves up after they've left Bead for Life after the 27 months. So within the 6 months of the program, the business office or the entrepreneurial office conducts a business training with these women, teaches them how to save, saving skills, bookkeeping, because many of our women here who have not gone to school and they don't know what to spend. If all the money comes in, they want to spend it, or sometimes their husbands tend to control their incomes. So the entrepreneurial team has to teach these women to save their money, put it safe, help them open up a bank account. At the beginning of the program, every woman has to open up an account, and then they start managing their monies. They take home very little that they need to spend and to use and to inject into the bead business, and then the rest is kept into their program, into their accounts, not program. The only other thing that the Bead for Life does is they always take a business fund from these ladies, and from every sale you save 20,000 shillings for several months that the business entrepreneurial program the entrepreneurial program determines that this money is then given back to the bidder to start up a business. And then at the end of the 20 months in the program, when this business is already booming, Bead for Life has an additional grant that they add to these women, and this grant can then boost the women's business. So actually, after 27 months, this woman is able to stand on her own and sustain her family, and has planned really her future very well within the 27 months. When you speak of Friendship Village, I get a smile because that's my program that I've been working on. Friendship Village is this beautiful village that was created by the women of Bead for Life. I say women of Bead for Life because they wanted it. We did a survey and asked our women, the earlier groups from Acholi Quarter and in Zambia groups, that what would you really want to achieve in life? What do you think would be the ultimate achievement for you women here? And the women said, oh my God, if I could ever get a house of my own, and then I stop renting, I get out of living in slums, I share latrines with 20 families, I find where I can dig my own food, grow my own food. The women said, they all voted that having a house is their own priority, and then maybe taking their children to school and having a business. So Bead for Life went out and looked out for land out in Mukono. We bought 18 acres of land, and in the initial stages we partnered with Habitat for Humanity because they had the experience of doing this before. So Bead for Life got 18 acres of land, and then we started a program where women would save money that is enough for a down payment to build a house. So we will work with the women to encourage them to save. When someone says, I want a house, you say, okay, how much do you have right now? And then the women say, I have 500,000. So when do you want to build a house? And which house model do you want? Then the women would go, I want a B2, which is the famous building there, the famous house model there. I want a B2, and the down payment for a B2 is 1 million shillings. So you have to find a program to save 1 million shillings with these women. And when they get the down payment ready, they bring it to us, and then we construct a house for them. But it's not really that we construct the house for them, we construct the house together with them. The women bring the down payment, then they go out to the village, and then they find accommodation for 1 month in the village, because house construction takes between 3 weeks to 4 weeks to complete the house. So these women go to the village and find people to stay with in the village, and then they participate in building their houses. Actually, we don't build the houses, the women participate. For example, they provide water, they help the masons with handling bricks and handing them bricks and carrying the materials onto the site. Though Bead for Life will, on the other hand, do the professional work, like hire out a mason, provide materials for the house, giving out the plans for the house model that they want, and monitoring. But generally the women will do most of the work, cook for the masons and for the potters, provide support for each other. Like the women have a collective responsibility to make sure that their friend's house is not left behind. They come in a group, we build in a group of around 5 to 10 people, and then we want to finish all these houses at the same time. So the women have to make sure that the other person is also moving forward, she's not left behind. And that within 4 weeks, the house is done. and then we give these ladies maybe a month to move into their houses, and they are very, very happy to move into their houses. During house dedications, we always do house dedications. We pray where we gather all people in the village and do house dedications for the houses that we built together. So we bring Pastor Reverend Solomon to come and pray for them, and for those who are Muslims, they bring someone from the Muslim faith to pray, and then we dedicate this house to God, and they are just so happy and bless God for Bead for Life, bless God that they can own their own house. They speak so many blessings that day, and they are really very, very happy. When these ladies come into Mukono, Mukono is the next town from Kampala, and Friendship Village is located 5 miles away from Mukono town, where business actually happens. So this place is actually a rural area and a bit remote yet. They don't have lots of resources at their disposal, but the women have learned to meet their needs with the few resources they found around. Many of the women have gone into farming. For example, when you look at the small piece of land that is left besides their house, every woman is growing vegetables. They are growing food, cassava, sweet potatoes, and maize, corn. But then they've also gone outside Friendship Village and have hired out land, and they can pay for that land every season, and they are growing food all year in, year out. So they are really very happy out there. However, some of them are really very strong, and for example, Sisi has a mushroom stall. She has started growing her mushrooms. I don't know how she did it, but through business training, she went out and learned how to grow mushrooms, and now she's supplying mushrooms to supermarkets. I know also so many of the women are tailors. Some who have graduated out of that program still are rolling beads. Though they do not sell directly to Bead for Life, they sell to other people and help them, their friends, make their beads. But really, they've tried to start vegetable stalls, sell dry fish. They've gone out to Takajunge and have started shops and grocery stores out there. So this, with over 133 houses right now at Friendship Village, the population has grown, and it has led to the development of this area around. I think I wanted to say something. The beauty of Bead for Life is Friendship Village is that the women, we don't build houses for free. These women build these houses and pay for them. So they pay for them, which is, they pay for these houses through making beads. Every month, at the end of the month, the woman knows she has to pay for this, for her house loan that was used to construct her house. So she makes beads worth 100,000, and she brings it to Bead for Life, and will just take her good beads to pay up her mortgage. So within 20 to 30 months, these women are free of any loans or any mortgages from Bead for Life, and it's all through making these beads. And most of our women always say, I can't believe from making this little paper, rolling it, I now have a house of my own. They are very, very happy.